Before we move into section 3, we need to understand an important concept called rationalizing the denominator. Basically what that means is I do not want square roots left in the denominator. Okay, so take these two examples. I've got 6 divided by square root of 2 and 5 divided by square root of 3. I want to get the square root of 2 out of the denominator. So we're going to multiply both of these by a specific number, and that number is 1, but it's kind of fancy. Kind of looks a little weird. I'm going to say let's multiply by the square root of 2 over square root of 2. It doesn't look like the number 1, but if I take square root of 2 divided by square root of 2, that value is 1. So I'm not changing the value of 6 divided by square root of 2. I'm just changing how it looks. Okay, so when I do this, 6 times square root of 2, that's like 6 times x. So we get 6 square root of 2 over. And then on the bottom, we can take the square root of 2 times square root of 2. The square root of 2 times square root of 2 is square root of 4. And that's really helpful because we know that the square root of 4 is really just 2. So now I have 6 square root of 2 over 2. I can go one step further on this one. It's like 6x divided by 2. Well, 6 divided by 2 is really just 3, so we can say that we have our final answer as 3 square root of 2, which looks a lot nicer than 6 divided by square root of 2. We do the same thing with the bottom one, although it's one less step actually. This time, instead of multiplying by the square root of 2 over 2, we're going to say we want to multiply by square root of 3 over square root of 3. On top, we're going to get 5 square root of 3 over square root of 3 times square root of 3 is the square root of 9. We can go a step further. The square root of 9 is really just 3, so now we have 5 square root of 3 over 3. Notice that I can't take 5 divided by 3 as nicely as I could up here when I did 6 divided by 2. So I'm really just going to leave this one as is. I'm not going to touch it anymore. Okay, so that's the idea of rationalizing the denominator, which we're going to need to use in our upcoming lesson.